center of the room you built for me, but the walls are turning translucent and the floor is mercury. You look right through my ribcage like I made a mountain air, a ghost without the dignity of dying or a breath. Spoke your name until my throat was raw and bleeding red, but the echoes only mocked the hollow things I never said. There was no grand betrayal, no fire, no blade, just a slow erasure as the light began to fade. Now I'm the static in the void, the frequency you don't receive, forgotten for no reason, just a phantom in your sleep. I'm screaming through the white noise while you settle in your skin. How can I be an outsider when you never let me in? Forgotten, forsaken, the silence is a sin. Your eyes are vacant windows looking out at empty streets. You scrub the memory of my face like blood from linen sheets. Was I a burden? Was I heavy? Was I even there at all? Or just a shadow cast by someone else against the wall? I'm clawing at the curtains trying to catch a piece of light, but the darkness here is heavy and it's swallowing my sight. It isn't hate that kills me, it's the vacuum in your head, the way you live your life as if I'm already long dead. Now I'm the static in the void, the frequency you don't receive, forgotten for no reason, just a phantom in your sleep. I'm screaming through the white noise while you settle in your skin. How can I be an outsider when you never let me in? Forgotten, forsaken, the silence is a sin. No reason, no rhyme, just a slow decay of time. You walked away without a word, I screamed that went entirely unmade. I am the glitch, I am the flaw, broken by your silent law. Now I'm the static in the void, the frequency you don't receive, forgotten for no reason, just a phantom in your sleep. I'm screaming through the white noise while you settle in your skin. How can I be an outsider when you never let me in? Forgotten, forsaken, the silence is a sin. Dissolving slowly into the gray, nothing left to wash away. Static screams through the hollow holes of my mind, the cold winds of your indifference freezes my blood. I am the ghost you created in the corner of the room. Watch me burn in the silence you chose to leave behind. Spoken thunder, but you heard a whisper in the gale. I carved my name into the stone, but you let the vision fail. You walk right through my shadow like I'm made of thin air. before I vanish into nothingness. I'm screaming at the ceiling, but the plaster doesn't crack. I'm sending out my signal, but it never bounces back. You walk right through my body like a shadow on the floor. You're locking up the windows while I'm standing at the door. My voice is just a frequency that's lost within the hum. I'm counting down the minutes until I finally go numb. I see you check your reflection in the glass where I should be, but you're staring at the vacuum. You are looking through me. I am the ghost, I am the glitch, I am the hollow space. You're staring at the wall where I used to have a face. Erase my name, forget my breath, I'm fading into gray. street, feeling the vibration of 1,000 rhythmic feet. They weave around me like I'm a pillar of stone, surrounded by the masses, yet I'm utterly alone. My skin is turning translucent in the neon light, fading out of focus in the middle of the night. Can you feel the cold wind as I brush your sleeve?
Or am I just a phantom that you won't believe?
Invisible to every eye that passes by, a silent scream beneath the heavy leaden sky.
Break the glass,
Let the fragments cut the skin.
maybe then you'll see the light that's trapped within.
I am nothing, I am no one, just a heart.
Invite you where there used to be a human soul.
I am crying at the veil.
Witness me,
My spirit is becoming free. The silence is a hammer beating on my chest, and then the cycle where I never find my rest. I am the glitch, the error in the living code, watching as my physical remains begin to erode. Notice the void. I am fading into the grave.
nothing left to see. Fading away.
Cold condensation on the bedroom glass, watching the shadows of the minutes pass. Something is breathing underneath the floor. I heard the clicking of the deadbolt door.
It feeds on the silence of a dying light, a parasite blooming in the dark of the night.
I try to scream, but the oxygen fails, while claws start dragging like rusted nails.
Every corner is a mouse that gapes.
There are no exits and no escapes. It owns the air and it owns the bone. I am the guest in a haunted home,
Suffocating in the static of the grave.
watching the daylight wither away.
Captured by a force I cannot see.
There is no ghost, just the gravity.
Of a hunger that will never let me go.
Deep in the marrow,
Where the sickness grows.
I saw a face in the silver screen, a distorted version of what I have been. It mimics my gait and it mimics my tone, carving my name into the foundation stone.
The walls are shaking by an inch a day, turning my memories into earth and clay.
I reached for the phone, but the line was dead. Just the sound of its heartbeat in my head. It stands in the hallway like a jagged tear, drinking the scent of my growing fear. It owns the air and it owns the bone. I am the guest in a haunted home,
Suffocating in the static of the grave.
watching the daylight wither away.
Captured by a force I cannot see.
There is no ghost, just the gravity.
Of a hunger that will never let me go.
Deep in the marrow,
Where the sickness
Recognition should have been a spoken thunder, but you heard a breeze. Now in a sickness, I am the disease. Every dying knot was a nail in the box. Every turned head is a door that locks. You feel the furnace with your cold neglect. Now there is nothing left here to protect. My blood is turning into liquid lead. Repeating every word that went unsaid. I'm bitter, I'm twisted, I'm coming alive in the dark of the ego where the monsters thrive. You ignored the sparks of a forest burn. Now you face the lesson that you never learned. I am the consequence of being cast aside. Nowhere left for your apathy to hide. Bitter and twisted, I'm breaking the cage, turning my sorrow into blinding red. Your eyes are vacant when they meet my face, like I'm a smudge that you need to erase. I gave you gold and you treated it like dust. Now my entire soul is covered in rust. The bitterness tastes like copper and bile. I've been refining this hate for a while. A frantic tempo, a heartbeat, a spike. I'm the scream that's haunting you tonight. No more reaching out, no more self-request. I'm the crashing weight upon your chest. I'm bitter, I'm twisted, I'm coming alive in the dark of the ego where the monsters thrive. You ignore the spark to the forest